Hello, this is Robert Cross, student with Sonora Desert Institute. This is a project for FTE 217, week 5. We're going to do a functions check and a drop test on this rifle right here. We've got the flash hider removed for some further stuff in the video. Okay, the only ammunition we've got here is a magazine full of dummy rounds. And first, to do a sweep of the area. Pardon my new tripod. Right there, okay. Tools, computer stuff. No ammunition. There we go. We're a new tripod setup, forgive me. But I think it's going to end up looking better in the long run. Okay. So the first, we need to be pulled back. Need to have the weapon cocked. And first we're going to ensure it's clear. There we go. Free and clear. No ammunition in the firearm. All right. And we're going to have this on safe. Give it a pull. Nothing happens. Okay. And then part of the drop testing that was gone over in the video is going to involve it's on safe, and you're going to tap it with a hammer, and the trigger didn't fall forward. Okay, it's still on safe. Now we're going to rotate the selector from safe to fire and do the same test using the plasticized. I don't have a rubber mallet yet. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go back on safe and do the drop test portion of this. Trigger didn't go. Okay. Now it's on fire. Drop test. And we can check that by very simply doing, ooh, look at that. So we have passed the drop test. Fantastic. We'll be back with the rest of the video in just a second. So now we're on to the rest of the function check with the benefit of safety glasses, because aluminum rounds, there could be little bits that come off this. Probably not a lot, but you know, you never know. So first, we're going to seat the magazine. Ensure that it falls freely. I'll get some space so you guys can see. There we go. That's a free-falling magazine. That's done well. Okay. Then feeds around very well. Weapons on safe. Does not fire. Fire. It fires. There's extraction and ejection. More feeding. We'll throw that on safe. Well, maybe that's not ejecting so well. Let's see here. We try that with a couple more of these. There we go. And that locks back when the last round catches the magazine. So we'll drop that, ride that forward. And one of the next prompts was to describe the way the trigger felt. And this is one of those triggers that doesn't appear to have any kind of take-up or slack on it at all. So since that's charged, and again, we'll visually and physically inspect that, make sure there's no ammunition in it. There we go. Visually, physically, no ammo. There we go. Ride that forward. Okay. And we'll take it from safe to fire. There we go. And yeah, no take up. It's right there on the wall. And good clean break. It feels like about 5 pounds. That's a pretty good factory set trigger. Matter of fact, I like that well enough. I'm not going to do anything to it. All right, so we've got the bolt apart, and we're going to continue on with some of the other stuff that was discussed in class. We used the bolt vise that was sent with the kit. Worked out pretty well. And we've also got the go and no-go gauges. The upper receiver disassembled. And away we go. All the little parts right there. Okay. Okay, the first bit is going to be the firing pin protrusion. So this needs to be ran all the way out nice and slack. We've got the firing pin sitting in the bottom of the bolt carrier, or bolt. That's a rather tight fit. Okay, then there's our protrusion. Let's see, get that on camera. Okay, I don't have the proper tool to measure that, but the wife is going to bring one from work, and we'll get a good measurement on that. I'll leave that set just like it is. Okay, so that went a little faster than I thought, but I've just dropped in the no-go gauge, right? So there we see that's causing that to protrude out, and one of the highlights of the discussion is that that will not sit flush, and we see that not sitting flush right there. Okay. So let's get this extracted. See if that falls free or if we need to do. That just fell right out. There we go. So no go. Go. There we go. That's locked in nice and tight. So head spacing is a go on this one. So now we're going to measure the length of it. I've taken the muzzle devices off. As you can see here, there we go. Backdrop that a bit. No muzzle device. We got it viced onto the bench. Okay, and we've made a mark right there with our Marks Anywhere pencil. So without the muzzle device, we are at about 18¼ inches. If you can read that tape, about 18¼ inches. So we're at one full rotation. Let's find our marking there. There's our second mark. Definitely not the barrel length there. Coming up with 1 and 11.